Armstrong from the Glick Youth Football Camp. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so excited that we're back.
Yes, we are too. It was heartbreaking to have to cancel it last year for the second time, but that's all we had to do it.
Yeah, that was the way of the world.
Yep.
But so the camp is back. Tell us a little bit about this year's camp.
Yep. So June 18th at Jackson High, we had 305 kids in 2019. So we hope to have that many again this year. My goal is to have kids from every school in the county. So out hustling right now, trying to get sign-ups done, and probably have a few surprise guests there. We don't like to, let the cat out of the bag too early.
You don't like to tell me, because then I want to make arrangements to try and be a fan. But one thing about this camp, every kid that is there, the level of respect that they have for Glick and the University of Michigan, you just see it in their eyes when they're participating, when they're listening. It's just, I think it's exactly what Al envisioned.
I think so too. It was so sweet. Some of the kids would try to get his autograph, and he loved this event. He loved to be there, loved to see the kids out there working hard, and so we're going to miss not having him there with us this year.
Yeah, he loved this event. I mean, it was probably the biggest thing for him is just putting this camp on and being there.
Yeah.
And you see some, there's Coach Brogan, both Coach Brogans there. You see coaches that from a lot of the schools in the area, and they turn into little kids at these camps too. You got Big Ten football players. There's Mike Martin in the middle. I think he's still playing in the NFL.
Yeah, John Navarre.
Yeah, John works for you guys, right?
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. Yep.
And I think I'm not sure who that was, if that was Nico Collins. I'm not sure who that is. But these kids getting to experience.
What a thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean.
Sit there and have lunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And there's Coach Harbaugh. And the players and coaches that come, Rebecca, they don't come there and just stand around. I mean, they engage with every single fan, kid. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
I love these pictures with
the coach.
Because he's right in their face. He's yelling at them.
It was good. It was cool.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we bring in a guy from Legacy in Brighton, and he helps run a really good camp. They're going to learn some really good skills, and it's not just sitting around. They really are working hard and learning a lot. There's Al.
We're, of course, are as a community saddened with Al's passing, but glad that we're able to have this in his honor and continue. And I know he wanted that to happen.
Yep.
But it's, and I know he was looking forward to being there this year, and he was also looking forward to the opening of the new indoor practice facility.
Yeah.
But it's this amazing legacy, really legacies that he's established and left for our community that everyone's going to know Al Glick. Anyone that lives in Jackson and today and in the future, he is Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, I've said this before. I think he is the single most important person in the history of this town. Now, when you look at Withington Stadium, that camp's going to be going on. You get to see this other building that Al has donated just to make that community and that school. I mean, I don't know that there'll be a better facility in the state, Rebecca.
I'm not sure there will either, and that was his goal. Is he wanted to make the public school give them every tool that they could have, so they could be great for this community. That was his alma mater, and most of the family went to school there, and we're saddened that he's not going to be able to see it finished.
We've both been at Withington or the pool or the baseball field when people come from out of town for the first time and they see it, and it's such a wow for them to be able to play at these first-class facilities.
Yeah.
And you're predicting that we're going to have some
D1
athletes.
Well, I think we're going to have some Olympians out of Jackson, Michigan. I think we're going to, with that new pool and the facility, I think we're going to become, maybe not in the next 2 years, but within 8 and 15 years, I think we're going to be a hotbed for sure, because it's the nicest facility around. So.
Yep. Yep, people are going to want to go there.
They are, for
Yep.
sure. We've got a clip from years past. Let's take a look from a previous Al Glick youth football camp.
Being coachable, that is something that you cannot truly understand and learn and create a sense of self and be able to have the capability of leading others if you're not coachable yourself.
I found my passion in life, football. And the other thing I found out on that day was I would not go through life scared. Ralph would not scare me. There is no challenge that wouldn't scare me. And in life, I've gotten beaten up. We've lost games. I've been disappointed many, many times as I was making that first tackle. But I love the game of football today as much and even more than I did when I was a 7th grader in junior high school in Crestline, Ohio.
And you recognize how important what you learn in football is important to business. I mean, it's first thing you got to learn, it's a team. Everybody's got a job to do, and you got to work together, and you build relationships, and it's amazing what you can accomplish when you don't care who gets the credit for it.
The team.
Yep.
For sure, it's awesome. And I get to be a beneficiary of this event. I mean, you do too. We get to stand and hang out with Jack Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Lloyd Carr's there, and you know, I mean, it's just a cool opportunity. It's just so cool.
Yep.
Now this camp is it's only $15.
It's only $15. So, yep, and they get a nice shirt and a water bottle, and we've had some great partners. The public school puts on breakfast and lunch for them. You guys have been great partners of ours. So it's worth their $15 for sure.
Absolutely, and if there's anyone who's watching that wants to go and maybe can't afford it, just call and JTV will take care of that for you, of course. So we're excited about it. Very excited.
Yes, no kid gets turned away from this.
No.
No.
And it's a surprise, I think, for these kids because, well, in some cases, even you don't know who's going to be able to make it that day.
Yep. Yep.
But when they do show up, it's a surprise to the kids.
Yep.
And you want to keep it that way this year as well.
Yep. Yeah, you know, we don't want to put out there too early who might be there. Wouldn't want to promise something and then someone not be able to make it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll have some stars there again this year.
Yeah. It's really a full day, and I'm hearing from kids that were at the very first one that are looking forward to the second,
Yeah, it's
being
so
there
cool.
the third year, and it's your hope that this goes on forever.
Well, that's Al's hope. That's what he said to me and to many of us. He gave us a great path to follow, and we're going to try to keep doing it for him.
I remember when Al spoke to these kids, the highlight for these kids was meeting Al Glick. And it was, it's great. The Harbaughs were there and Lloyd Carr, but so many of the kids were anxious because Al you didn't see him out, and, you know, he had a few haunts, but a lot of kids, he was a legend. They knew of him, but they got to see him for the first time, and that was the thrill of the camp, being able to meet Al.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the kids really did like to meet him, and they don't care so much about the the older coaches and
Right.
older players, they love when those young college players come. They really gravitate, towards those kids.
We'll hope for a beautiful weather day
Yeah.
at the third annual Al Glick Youth Football Camp, Saturday, June 18, and it will be a beautiful day.
It will.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yep.
Rebecca Armstrong with the Al Glick Youth Football Camp. More of the morning show after this.
Collins Brothers floor covering, because new carpet is like, very nice. But commercials suck. Don't change the channel, change your carpet. Collins Brothers downtown, excellent. Established in 1940.
That's before the war, sucker!
Imagine a new kind of school, a school that personalizes learning around your uniqueness, personal learning style, talents, interests, strengths, weaknesses. A school that's prepared for the future of learning. A school that prides itself on being able to connect with every student, no matter the platform they choose. Level up at your pace, all while pursuing a free associate's degree and high school diploma. Start your future at Jackson Preparatory and Early College. Your place, your purpose, your future.
Welcome to the Blessed Nest, the home to all your spring home decor. With everything from furniture to women's clothing, the Blessed Nest has what you need, including favorite brands like Bed Stew, Brighton Jewelry, and Kalamazoo Candles. We have everything for this Mother's Day season. Stop in and see our unique selection of women's shoes, bags, clothing, and large variety of candles and fragrances. At the Blessed Nest, you'll find something special for everyone. Registration now open for summer semester at Jackson College. Jackson College offers programs and classes designed to fit many preferences and schedules, with personnel who are committed to student success. Students may choose from in-person or online options, with sessions lasting the full 12 weeks, as well as 7-week and 5-week sessions. Summer semester begins May 9th. New students should contact the admissions office prior to registering for classes. Current students may meet with a Student Success Navigator to discuss their schedule by contacting Student Services. For information about registering, visit the website jccmi.edu.
Come along with JTV and Experience Jackson and get to know or reintroduce yourself to some of the best Jackson County has to offer. Join Andy and Rachel as they tour the county interviewing and highlighting Jackson on a visit with Experience Jackson. Whether it's golf, museums, hotels, or events, we'll give you some great ideas on how to spend time in Jackson. Watch on jtv.tv, YouTube, and Experience Jackson social channels.
Welcome back to the morning show on GTV. Today's show is brought to you by Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping. And Wilcox provides complete design, installation, and maintenance of decks, retaining walls, patios, gazebos, and water gardens for Jackson and the surrounding area. They do a lot of great work out at Lake Homes. You see some nice retaining walls as well. Free estimates, give them a call, 529-4550. And Wilcox takes care of my lawn as well. And they do a great job.
And you skipped that hard word. This one word you didn't want to say.
Oh, maintenance.
You know how we have celebrate birthdays here at JTV?
I do know how we do that,
Cake and people sing. Well, a Kentucky man's former employer will have to pay him $450,000. They threw him an unwanted birthday party, and then they fired him when it wasn't well received by him.
Huh.
He said, I don't do, my birthday's coming up, don't do anything. I have anxiety disorder, I have a panic attack if the spotlight's thrown on me and there's an office party. Well, they did it anyway. They had a lunch.
And he had a panic attack.
He had a panic attack. He went out in the car and he couldn't go back to work. The next day he came in and they said, you didn't react very nice when we threw you a birthday party. And he said, I told you I didn't want one. And so they said, okay, well then, they fired him.
I wonder what was the work? Where do you work?
Let's see, Gravity Diagnostics.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, we need a Gravity Diagnostics here in Jackson.
Nice.
I'd like to welcome new advertiser to JTV, Summit Heights Dental Care, Dr. Nick Legau, and they're going to be helping us bring you all of our summer event coverage, including the Selby Track Meet, the Hot Air Jubilee, Rose Parade, and more. So thanks to Summit Heights Dental Care and Dr. Nick Legau.
Welcome to Dr. Nick Legau. We appreciate your partnership. We've talked about all these people that were thrown off planes and got into fights with flight attendants. The guy, remember they duct taped him to the chair? Well, he had his day in court yesterday, and he was duct taped to the seat after he groped 2 flight attendants, punched a third, and he's been sentenced to 60 days in jail.
60 days?
The flight attendants are furious. They think they should have thrown the book at him.
If I did that on a plane, they'd lock me up for 10 years.
I know.
Look at that guy.
Got off light.
He looks like, what does he look like, Brandon? Looks like a sophomore at South Carolina. Getting ready to put on a polo and go to a bar, right?
That's right.
My dad is a lawyer. That's that
Who's
guy.
on tomorrow's show?
Tomorrow's show, that's going to be a surprise. Oh, I'm sorry, I have the document right here. Tomorrow, Dr. Vivek Ek, Butch Irwin from Comfort Keepers, and Jacob Inocencio, president of Grow Jackson and future president of the United States. Later today on your show, Greg Salisbury, Juan Zapata,